What's going on there, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I actually saw something a little while ago over on Reddit that made me want to go ahead and spark up this video on YouTube because it's been something that has been aggravating me since the very first day I've played Splitgate 2. I've mentioned it here and there, but because of all these other bugs and issues and, things that are arising, I kind of pushed it aside. I never made it like a main topic to go ahead and discuss. But as time is going on, I think that this is a very crucial to get handled before the relaunch of Splitgate 2. And I'm going to try to give as many reasons why, and also try to discuss the good and the bad. But ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right here, this is a post over on Reddit by Larson, I believe, saying bullet magnetism through portals is way too much. And they went ahead and posted up this clip alongside it, showing them going through their own portal, doing a complete 90-degree turn and walking away from the portal, and still getting absolutely bodied. But ladies and gentlemen, just so you guys know, bullet magnetism is nothing new when it comes to Splitgate. This has actually been in Splitgate 1 as well, but it was not tuned to this degree. And it makes sense to have a feature of this sort. I know people are going to say, well, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That should be stripped from the game 1010%. But you have to think of the advantages of shooting through a portal, You get the advantage of seeing everything on the other side of your own personal portal. The enemy, the environment, where they can go, what they're doing, how they're strafing. And the enemy shooting through your portal, they can't see a thing. All they see is a red and bullets flying out of it in their direction. So, to make it fair, let's be real here. That's probably the best thing to do. Give you a little tiny bit of bullet magnetism to allow you to have larger bullets going through the enemy's portal to give you the best chances at winning the engagement while still keeping it fair. So I get it. I totally understand why it's in the game. But it is dialed to a degree within Splitgate 2 that just really pushes me away from wanting to use portals in a specific playstyle. You know what I'm saying? Because there's multiple ways to go ahead and portal. You can leave escape portals, you can use it to triple portal around the map, and of course, you can use portals to kind of hold objectives and shoot through them to engage with enemies at, different angles, which is very helpful. You can get some pretty nasty plays doing so. But because of how the bullet magnetism is in Splitgate 2, that last playstyle is completely irrelevant. I've tried it time and time again. But I could never stay on my portal and kind of jiggle peek it. You know what I'm saying? The majority of the time, if I try to play a portal and shoot through it, if I get shot back at, I close it. I'm not going to keep it open. I'm not going to try to finish the gunfight, win the engagement. The second anybody starts shooting at me, it's done. It's a done deal. I'm shutting it down. Now, again, maybe that's the best thing. You don't want someone jiggle peeking a portal, that's kind of, again, overpowered because the opponent can't see what you're doing whatsoever. They don't know where you're going, what side of the portal you're, most likely at. It's a guessing game. They're just, they see a portal open and they're just firing through it, hoping for the best of the best to happen. But there has to be some relevancy to trying to hold a portal down offensively. And as long as the bullet magnetism is at this level, you just can't do so. You can't. And I get that it's noob friendly. It allows new players to come to the experience and not feel as intimidated by portals because let's be real. This game is a very niche style of game. It has a massive skill gap. And the best of the best are going to just walk circles around a lot of the newcomers who are coming into the title, and it's absolutely nothing a newcomer can do about it. So trust me, I understand where the developers are coming from when they made this decision. But as I stated, noob-friendly or not, it's taking away a lot of offensive portal play going on here, or even defensive portal play. I need to stop saying offensive, although I think it's offensive because you can, set up a location and just spray through it and get someone. But at the same time, you can use portals to hold down hot zones, domination flags, split ball locations, home base. You can use portals defensively as well. But as I stated, the second you get shot, I don't test my luck. And it kills the whole flow of trying to take advantage of those portals because I don't feel like I'm actually making a play that's going to be beneficial. The second an enemy sees my portal flashing and they know I'm on the other side, which I think is a good feature. Don't get me wrong, I don't want that to leave. That is something that is mandatory. Obviously, it's always been within Splitgate, and it should always be within Splitgate because you should know when someone is about to, try to take advantage of a portal play on you. But the bullet magnification, it feels, I stated it before. Again, I never made an official video only talking about this, but I've mentioned it in bits and pieces. But the bullet magnification in this game feels like a nuclear bomb is literally being shoved through your portal and destroys everything on the opposite end. When I tell you, I've had moments where I've ran probably 10 times the distance. Maybe that's over an exaggeration. I'll say 3 to 4 times the distance compared to what you saw in the video clip that I showed you guys earlier from that Reddit post. I'm not lying. I get clapped. I get destroyed. And I'm nowhere close to my portal. And then when you go ahead and see the kill location where your enemy was, they're not even angled correctly to shoot you at where you ran off to. It doesn't even line up whatsoever. So basically, at the end of the day, they just sprayed randomly through the portal. And I don't know if it was lag, what's going on with the server, who knows? But it connects all to my body. It doesn't matter where I am, the bullets are going to connect and absolutely obliterate me. Even for me on the, I don't know if I should consider it defensive, offensive, but when someone is using a portal against me, right? And they're setting up a spot and they're trying to beam me through their own portal. And again, I see a red portal and it's pulsating, meaning there's an enemy on the opposite end. I can't tell you how much my mouth waters and how excited I get when I see something like that occur. Because I promise you, that's how you know it's busted. I see that and I see a free kill. I think to myself, what is this person doing? They're not closing their portal. They're actually engaging. They see me turn around and getting ready to engage with them, and they're still shooting. They should know better. And I spray away, and I can't even tell you how many just random lucky headshots you get through spraying through portals. Because again, the bullet magnification is absurd. I shouldn't be looking at someone who got an advantage on me, who popped up a portal and, played it smart and got a flank. I shouldn't be looking at that and saying that's a free kill. Now, again, there has to be a balance. I'm not saying nerf it to the dirt and make it impossible to shoot through the enemy portal, because that will be horrible. That would just lead to the best of the best dominating lobbies, getting the ultimate plays, the ultimate rotations, shooting people in the back of the head all the time, and there's nothing to do to fight back with that because you can't see them, so you're just randomly spraying and getting lucky. So there has to be that perfect balance, there has to be the balance between allowing a person who wants to learn the skill of Splitgate to expand on everything and learn new things and take advantage of the portals and not feel intimidated by them and feel like they're going to be destroyed for using them. You want to find a balance between allowing that and letting casuals still, have a little bit of some love when it comes to having to go against a portal god. And not even just the casuals. Again, even for someone like myself, they're freebie kills. You see a portal pop up like that, it's going to be an easy body. That shouldn't be the case. They need to find a balance of allowing them to be efficient, and you can portal around and use them offensively and defensively while going ahead and shooting through them. And also, when you have to engage against someone who has a portal open, it shouldn't be the end of the world. You shouldn't think that you have absolutely zero options against it. And you also shouldn't believe that it's the easiest kill in the world to shoot at that. It needs to be right smack dab in the middle. I'll tell you one thing. If people are saying that they thought this was connection and this is lag, then we have a problem. People shouldn't be thinking that the bullet magnetism is just simply lag with how insane, it is to kill people through them and also get killed from it. That shouldn't be the case whatsoever. So again, hopefully the devs will continue to test this. Maybe in future playtests we could see them mess around with the bullet magnification and we can give some feedback on this topic. But I do believe that this is a huge one, especially for relaunch, because it affects with a lot of people. It affects the skilled people and it also affects the newcomers. Because at the end of the day, like I said, everybody just simply thinks it's lag, bad servers, so on and so forth. When in reality, it's something that can be tuned and made to feel a whole lot better. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget subscribing at that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time, and sometimes, even like this video, I go ahead and double upload. We try to go ahead and post as many FPS games as possible. I don't know, I'm thinking of taking a little break from Call of Duty because, seriously, it's been kind of a disaster recently. So on this channel, I've been planning on covering Battlefield, Splitgate 2, Arc Raiders, and also I'm thinking about hitting up Gears of War E-Day. I'm a huge Gears head, so, you know, when Gears of War E-Day comes out, although I'm still playing on PC, it'll be a little weird. I would honestly enjoy covering that game, so like I said, subscribing at that bell so you stay notified on all the content that goes live here. And last but not least, if you want to catch any of my live streams, I do stream pretty much daily over on Twitch, and I am going to be streaming Sunday as well. Typically, that's our off day when it comes to streaming, but I'm going to hit it up this weekend because, again, don't forget, the Battlefield 6 beta is live right now as we speak, and again, I'll probably be streaming it right now when this video goes live. So, of course, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, want to chat it up with me, hop into the open lobbies, or even see what Battlefield 6 is all about right now, by all means, you can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all next one. Peace out.